Anyway, these folks, they don't have the experience, these talk show hosts. They talk like this and they apologize, about violence and stuff because they haven't experienced true violence upon their person. They haven't experienced true humiliation and true persecution in the real sense. Neither have Christians in this country. Okay? They don't have an experience or anything else on which to base a comparison between democracy and socialism in its full form and communism. Okay? Like I have, and my family has. Okay? And if I cry out to you angrily about going out there and putting an end to this, is because this is your future, folks. We're talking about. Okay, this is your future. Your relatives one day, soon, could very well be marched out to a ditch and shot dead. All right, and then your neighbors will betray you for a dish of rice and beans or a piece of meat. Your neighbors will betray you. Those people next door that your children play with their children, and those people next door that you've invited over for dinner, they will betray you just to survive. Okay? And if you think we're talking just about strangers here, you'd be quite wrong. We're talking about family members betraying other family members. Okay? Yeah, I saw that. Okay? So this is what I'm talking about, and this is one of the things that these talk show hosts, when they sit there apologizing for the fact that Americans raided the Capitol building, apologizing for that, they don't realize what they're talking about, okay? As a consequence of not having anything on which to base a comparison, they keep apologizing, They keep saying, we're sorry that happened. That we did, most of us are not involved in that. Whether it was Antifa that really did that, or conservatives or patriots, whether it was one over the other, whether it was Antifa or BLM who were making believe they were conservatives, or whether they were actual conservatives, the reality is that it doesn't matter to the communists. It doesn't matter. It plays into their narrative, okay? Whether it was Antifa or BLM or conservatives, they're going to blame you anyway, okay? But if it was conservatives, more power to them. Because in the future, you're just going to see that the need for that kind of thing is going to be greater than ever, okay? Now, I'll be perfectly frank with you, okay? That's the way it is. We are so far beyond the point of reasoning. We're so far beyond the point of reasoning with criminals, with these criminals. We shouldn't even be considering it. We shouldn't even consider talking to them about it. We shouldn't even be considering apologizing for anything, okay? Because, they say that we're traitors because we don't agree with them. They say that those people who attack the Capitol are traitors. If they were conservatives, they call them traitors. They call us, terrorists and traitors. We've been terrorists for over 250 years. When we sent the Declaration of Independence over there to Britain, we were labeled terrorists. Okay? And anybody who cares to be free in this country is going to be labeled a terrorist. Okay? So welcome to the club. All right? What is going on in America today is like one of those self-fulfilling prophecies, folks. You can't stop it. You can't stop it. Because the socialists are pushing us into servitude. And then there will be only one option. Americans know that it is inevitable. Okay? Inevitable. We'll either die on our feet or under the jackboot of tyranny. Which is it going to be for you? One day, instead of a talk show with all your favorite talk show hosts out there, and we're talking about conservative talk show hosts. One day, instead of a talk show with all your favorite personalities, they're going to force these guys to stand up on TV, and they're each going to be handed a crap sandwich. Okay, all your favorite conservative talk show hosts. They're gonna the socialists and the communists. They're gonna stand them up in front of a TV camera. They're gonna hand them a dish with a crap sandwich on it, and they're gonna say, "We want you to take a bite." Okay, and when you take a bite, we want you to go, "Mmm, delicious. Who's the chef?" Okay, that's what's gonna happen to those guys. Okay, I promise you. I promise you. Because they don't have a backbone. They don't have a backbone. Half the time they spend teasing your passions for democracy. They spend all that time beguiling you about being a patriotic American. And then when the crap hits the fan, they say, "Well, we didn't have anything to do with that. We didn't tell people to go out and fight," you know. But they're the ones out there just bringing you to full froth, you know. They're out there just enticing you, you know. But then when something happens, no, they did that on their own. I didn't say anything like that, you know. So one day they're going to be handed a crap sandwich because they don't have any backbone. They don't have any backbone, man. And they're going to be handed a crap sandwich, and they're going to have to go, yummy, who's the chef? You know, in order to live in peace with their masters, the only thing they will do is take a bite. So you guys out there need to realize that these talk show host guys, they're entertainers. You know, they're entertainers. But I'm going to make an exception. I'm going to say Rush Limbaugh really believes what he believes. Okay, Rush Limbaugh has got my my respect, because I sincerely believe that Rush Limbaugh really, honestly, truly knows the heartbeat of this nation. Okay, and my heart goes out to him right now in his illness. But I think that Americans need to wake up to the fact that regardless of what these entertainers out there, they have the fancy what do you call it, studios. They have all the props and the lights and everything. They have all the people out there that know how to put together a fantastic video for TV consumption. They have all those tools. But what they're lacking is honesty, sincerity, and a backbone. Okay, because they're like chameleons, man. They're like chameleons. They talk about democracy and standing by the Constitution and everything. But, in the final analysis, these guys will cower at the moment that they get an arrest warrant or a search warrant or they're thrown in jail for overnight or whatever. They'll buckle. They'll buckle like a young virgin swooning, So I would just say, be careful about who you listen to. Watch out for these guys, because a true patriot is not going to apologize for what he knows to be right. Okay? All right. You take care now.